नमस्कार, आदाब, सत श्री अकाल. Welcome to this hour. Yes, this 1 hour of our life is dedicated for the problems on comparison test. हमारे जिंदगी का यह महत्वपूर्ण घंटा समर्पित है कंपैरिजन टेस्ट पे प्रॉब्लम्स के लिए. Yes, the methods were already discussed in the previous lecture. What is the way to do the problems on comparison test, है ना. जो भी फॉर्मूला है, जो भी तौर तरीका है, हमने ऑलरेडी डिस्कस कर रखा है ना. और सबसे महत्वपूर्ण बात जो इसमें देखने को मिला वो क्या था. आई कैन सी सम पीपल आर ओवर हेयर. ओके, यस, अमन शुक्ला जी, नीतू कुमारी एंड विचित्रनंद महन जी, यू ऑल आर वेलकम ओवर हेयर. ओके, सो दिस इज द 49th लेक्चर इन रियल एनालिसिस, है ना. रियल एनालिसिस में अगर हम लोग बात करें तो जिस तरीके से रियल नंबर्स में कोई गैप नहीं है, ठीक है, रेशनल्स और इरेशनल्स डेंस इन आर है, उसी तरीके से जो प्रॉब्लम्स एंड कॉन्सेप्ट्स इन दिस कोर्स आर डेंस इन रियल एनालिसिस. एंड दैट्स व्हाई कॉन्टिन्यूअसली वी आर टेकिंग एवरीथिंग इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू, है ना. हम आपके सामने हर वो चीजें लेकर के आ रहे हैं. हमने पिछले ही क्लास में कंपैरिजन टेस्ट से रिलेटेड जो भी बातें थी वो बहुत अच्छे से ऑलरेडी कर रखा है. हमने ये कहा है कि अगर कोई भी आपका सीरीज समेशन ए एन के रूप में है एंड इफ यू आर एबल टू चूज अ बी एन सच दैट लिमिट एन टेंस टू इंफिनिटी ए एन ओवर बी एन, अगर ये नॉन जीरो फाइनाइट हो जाए, ना ही जीरो हो ना ही इंफिनिटी हो, तो उस केस में समेशन बी एन और समेशन ए एन का जो नेचर है वह नेचर इफ एंड ओनली इफ वाला होगा. ठीक है, यहां पे बी एन को चूज करने का कोई परफेक्ट आइडिया तो नहीं था, लेकिन था एक तरीका जिससे हम लोग बी एन को बड़ी सावधानी के साथ चूज कर लिया करते थे. ठीक है, तो किस तरीके से हम बी एन चूज करेंगे, कैसे लिमिट एन टेंस टू इंफिनिटी ए एन बाय बी एन जब नॉन जीरो और फाइनाइट हो जाएगा तो समेशन बी एन और समेशन ए एन का जो नेचर है, अगर वो कन्वर्जेंट तो दोनों एक साथ, डाइवर्जेंट तो दोनों एक साथ. यही जो कंपैरिजन टेस्ट का फॉर्मूला है या फिर डेफिनेशन है या रिजल्ट है, इसी का यूज करके आज बहुत सारे प्रॉब्लम्स को करेंगे. हालांकि कल यस्टरडे वी हैड डिस्कस्ड दीज थिंग्स इन डिटेल. वी हैड नॉट डिस्कस्ड ओनली दिस केस बट ऑल्सो मेनी केसेस वेयर डिस्कस्ड इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू, है ना. हमने इसके अलावा भी बहुत सारे केसेस आपके सामने डिस्कस किए थे, बिल्कुल डिटेल में 4-5 केसेस. और वी हैड ऑल्सो डिस्कस्ड अबाउट द कन्वर्जेंस ऑफ द सीरीज व्हेन इट इज in the form of summation 1 to the power 1 by n to the power p, then this will be convergent if and only if your p is strictly greater than 1. This has been also discussed. Okay, so by using the concept of comparison test and with some basic results, okay, you have to say about the right thing for the question in front of you. श्रीनिवास जी, you are most welcome. ऐसा नहीं है कि कंपैरिजन टेस्ट हम नहीं जानते हैं. We all know कि what is comparison test. We all know कि how to apply that. But if a question of 4.75 type will come in front of you, then what will be your way to say? This is really interesting. 4 series, I think 3 series are there in the option ABC. More than one options may be correct, but what will be your answer? Which of the following is R convergent? इसमें से कौन सा कन्वर्जेंट है आपको डिसाइड करना है. यह रियल एनालिसिस का लेक्चर सीरीज है, 49th लेक्चर है इस सीरीज में. और जो लोग भी जरूरतमंद हैं उन लोगों से जरूर आप ये जो लेक्चर सीरीज है उसको शेयर करें. रियल एनालिसिस का सबसे लंबा चलने वाला दंगल में से एक यहां पर यूट्यूब पर. तो यहां पर अमन शुक्ला जी, नीतू कुमारी, विचित्रनंद महन जी, श्रीनिवास साहू जी, Prashant Kumar ji. So now two people have come up with the answers. Vichitranand Mahanji and Srinivas Sahu ji. These two people are saying very confidently that none of the series is convergent. But how? अब यहां पे देखिए एक एक ऑप्शन को यहां पे देखेंगे तो आपका ऑप्शन ए के लिए जो ए एन होगा वो क्या होगा? व्हाट वुड यू लाइक टू से? सर्टेनली ये हो जाएगा 1/√n प्लस √n प्लस 1, क्योंकि यहां पे 1 है, ये 2 है, ये 2 है, 3 है, तो √n प्लस √n प्लस 1. एंड व्हाट शैल यू चूज फॉर bn? bn कैसे चूज करते थे? हाईएस्ट पावर हम लोग लेते थे न्यूमरेटर में, हाईएस्ट पावर डिनोमिनेटर में n का. तो न्यूमरेटर में तो कुछ नहीं है, तो 1, डिनोमिनेटर में क्या आ जाएगा 1/n. अब यहां से फ्रॉम हेयर वी कैन इजिली फाइंड लिमिट n टेंड्स टू इंफिनिटी an/bn. लिमिट n टेंड्स टू इंफिनिटी an/bn जब फाइंड आउट करेंगे, यस, तो ये क्या हो जाएगा? लिमिट n टेंड्स टू इंफिनिटी an/bn क्या हो जाएगा यहां पे? सर्टेनली ये हो जाएगा 1/√n प्लस √n प्लस 1 एंड डिवाइडेड बाय 1/√n. ठीक है, तो ये क्या हो जाएगा? लिमिट n टेंड्स टू इंफिनिटी √n ओवर √n प्लस √n प्लस 1. नाउ व्हाट शैल यू डू? You will just take √n as common. Limit n tends to infinity. √n common from the above, √n common from here, and it will become what? Yes, what would you like to say? 1 plus 1/n. Okay, so these two things will be cancelled. This will go to 0 and you are going to get 1, which is neither 0 nor infinity. ठीक है, तो क्योंकि ये नॉन जीरो इनफाइनाइट आ गया, लिमिट n टेंड्स टू इंफिनिटी an/bn. ठीक है, तो इसीलिए द नेचर ऑफ समेशन bn विल बी सेम एज द नेचर ऑफ an. और यहां पे जो है समेशन bn इज इक्वल टू समेशन 1/n का पावर 1/2. यहां पे n का पावर लेस देन 1 है, इसीलिए ये डाइवर्जेंट है. एंड बाय कंपैरिजन टेस्ट इज इफ समेशन bn इज डाइवर्जेंट, therefore summation an diverges as well. So summation an is divergent for option number A. Okay, so that's why this is not your answer, because this is not convergent. For option number B, what shall you do? फिर ऑप्शन नंबर बी के लिए आप क्या करोगे? nth टर्म लिखोगे. ठीक है, कैसे लिखोगे nth टर्म? तो यहां पे देखिए ऑप्शन बी में क्या है, आपका जो an है ये हो जाएगा क्या? अंडर रूट what? √n. what the thing will be there? What the thing will be there? Jalaj ji, good evening, you are welcome. This is what? 1/4. Okay, so it will become what? Yes, 1n/2 into n plus 1, isn't it? यहां पे ये जो है फर्स्ट टर्म है, तो n इज इक्वल टू 1 and 2 into 1 plus 1, so 4. फिर n is equals to 2 है, तो 2 and 2 into n plus 1, so 2 plus 1, so that's why 6. फिर n is equals to 3 and 2 into n plus 1, so that's why 8. So your an is what? n over √n/2 into n plus 1. And what would you like to say? Is your an going to infinity? यहाँ पे an ही infinity 0 पे नहीं जा रहा है. Okay, when you are going to take limit n tends to infinity, then you can see √n, and if you will take √n as common, then what the thing will come? Certainly you can see this is what? 1 plus 1/n to the power what? 1/2 है ना, ये चीजें आ जाएंगी. √2 will be also there, है ना, तो √n to √n will cancel and certainly this 1/√2 will come. ठीक है, तो an ही 0 पे नहीं जा रहा है, and as your an is not going to 0, so it will not be convergent. क्योंकि कन्वर्जेंस के लिए नेसेसरी कंडीशन क्या है कि उसका an 0 पे जाना चाहिए. बट हेयर यू आर गोइंग टू सी दैट फॉर द सेकेंड सीरीज its an is going to 1/√2. its an is not able to go at 0, so that's why it's not convergent. For option C, what would you like to say? ऑप्शन सी के लिए जल्दी से यहां पे आप देख सकते हैं. ऑप्शन सी के लिए अगर हम nth टर्म लिखेंगे बहुत आसान, an बराबर क्या हो जाएगा? 1/√n into n plus 1. क्यों? Why? Because certainly we can recognize the first term is what? 1, the second term is 2, फिर 2, 3, 3 then 4. So certainly it will become 1 by under root n into n plus 1. So your bn will be what? What shall you take? For bn, यहां पे देखिए n into n स्क्वायर है और स्क्वायर रूट से निकलेगा, then it will become n. So we will take the highest power of n from the numerator is 1, highest power of n from the denominator is n. So certainly this will be your bn, because this is the rough idea to choose your bn. So yes, this is going to happen in this case. Limit n tends to infinity 1 over under root n into n plus 1 over 1 over n. So finally what are the things you are going to see? It will become limit n tends to infinity. This n will go above and this n will come out, and certainly you will not hesitate to say that this is going to become 1 plus 1 by n, right? This n to n will be cancelled and you will be left with 1, which is neither 0 nor infinity. So as this is non-zero finite, so the nature of summation bn and the nature of summation an will be same. So nature of summation bn will be what? Nature of summation 1 by n, this is divergent, and that's the reason you will not hesitate to say that summation an is also divergent. Why? Because this is the characteristic that if limit n tends to infinity an by bn is non-zero finite, then in that case, if the nature of summation bn and the nature of summation an will be same, and that's the reason you will not hesitate to say that this is divergent as well. तो क्योंकि ये भी divergent है, so your final answer is none. Now, are you ready for the next question, which is really interesting? Yes, it's simple but interesting. What would you like to say? For what value of p would you like to say that this series is convergent? For what value of p this is going to be convergent? Come on guys, I am waiting for your answers. I am waiting for your answers, and this time who will give the very first answer? It will be really interesting to see. The series 1 over 1 to the power p plus 1 over 3 to the power p plus 1 over 5 to the power p plus 1 over 7 to the power p is convergent for what? And this time two answers are there, and certainly it's meaningful. Vichitranand Mahanji, S. Raman Shukla ji and Jalas ji, these people are rocking right now, but what other people says? So first of all, we would like to write our nth term, which is what? This is the first term. So certainly this is 2 into 1 minus 1 to the power p. This is 3 over here. So 2 into 2 minus 1 to the power p. This is 5 over here. So 2 into 3 minus 1 to the power 5. So nobody will hesitate to say that an is what? 2n minus 1 to the power p. Isn't it? Yes. Saista Parveen, you are saying the right thing also. That's great. Okay, so this is your an, and how shall you choose your bn? Yes, Sia Binoy, you are absolutely right. What is your bn there? Bn will be what? 1 over n to the power p. Why you are saying this one? Because there is a rough idea to choose your bn, that you will take the highest power from the numerator and highest power from the denominator. So that's why 1 over n to the power p. And now we are going to do what? Limit n tends to infinity an over bn. So in this case, what the thing will happen? Okay, what would you like to say? Limit n tends to infinity an over bn. So it will become 1 over 2n minus 1 to the power p over 1 over n to the power p. So finally, what the thing we are going to get is really interesting to say, n to the power p over 2n minus 1 to the power p. Nobody has any hesitation to say it. And from here, limit n tends to infinity n to the power p over, we will take n to the power p common, and then it will become 2 minus 1 by n to the power p. N to the power p to n to the power p will be cancelled out. Okay, and finally nobody will stop you to get 1 over 2 to the power p, which is certainly neither 0 nor infinity. So this will allow you to say the nature of summation bn and the nature of summation an will be the same. Okay, so what is your bn? Certainly summation bn is summation 1 over n to the power p, and you people know is convergent when your p is strictly greater than 1. And the nature of summation bn and nature of summation an will be the same. So you people will not hesitate to say that summation an is convergent as well when your p is strictly greater than 1. So your final answer is nothing but p is strictly greater than 1, which were already said by many of you. But is it easy to say the next correct thing? This will be really interesting. Once again, a question is there in front of you. What would you like to say? The similar question, but what will be your answer? Come on, guys. I'm waiting for your response. What would you like to say about it? What would you like to say about it? Come on. This time Jaladji is very quick. Vichitranand Mahanji is also very quick for this question. And now Srinivas Sahuji has also come up with the answer. And certainly, what will be our an? Aman Shuklaji. So, what is our an? Certainly, this is nothing but n plus 1 over n to the power p. So, we can take n as common and we will get 1 plus 1 by n over n to the power p. Okay, so yes, this is the thing. And what the thing is going to happen next? This will become 1 plus 1 by n, and over here n to the power p minus 1. Alright, so now what shall we do? We are going to find limit n tends to infinity an bn. So what shall you take your bn? Okay, so let's take your bn as 1 over n to the power p minus 1. Is it make sense? Yes, because you usually take the highest power of n from the numerator, and certainly we will take a constant 1 and highest power of n from the denominator, which is n to the power p minus 1, which is just the rough idea. So now when you are going to find limit n tends to infinity an over bn, then it will become limit n tends to infinity an is what? An is what? What would you like to say about your an? Your an is this one, n to the power p minus 1, and your bn is 1 over n to the power p minus 1 as well. And when this n to the power p minus 1 will go up, then what the thing is going to happen? Limit n tends to infinity 1 plus 1 by n over n to the power p minus 1 into n to the power p minus 1. These two will be cancelled. 1 by n will reach to 0, and finally you are going to left with this 1, which is neither 0 nor infinity. Which is neither 0 nor infinity, and this will allow you to say what? The nature of summation bn and the nature of summation an, okay, will be same. Okay, so now what is your summation bn? Your summation bn is nothing but 1 over n to the power p minus 1, and is convergent when what the p test says, if your p minus 1 is strictly greater than 1, because when the power is strictly greater than 1, then it is going to be convergent. So that's the reason it will become convergent if p is this one. So you can say it will be convergent if p is strictly greater than 1. But as summation b and summation an has same nature, why? Because from the litmus test, Arshala Khan is asking, sir, if we have so many tests, then why we need comparison test? I would like to say, Arshala ji, first of all, we used to see that because this is a step-by-step procedure. When you are given an infinite series, then first of all, you used to check the necessary condition. And if the necessary condition satisfies, If the necessary condition does not satisfy, I mean to say if limit n tends to infinity, an is not equals to 0, then you just say divergent and that's all. But if limit n tends to infinity, an becomes 0, then we used to proceed further. Then usually the test that comes in our mind is comparison test. But one question in convergence in real analysis can be solved by 5 to 6 methods also. Okay, so it's a matter of preferences, right? But this comparison test certainly help you to say the facts. Sometimes you will get difficulties to choose your BN, and then there are many tests over there. तो आप कोई भी एक टेस्ट लेके आप नहीं कह सकते हो कि अच्छा ये टेस्ट मेरे को मिल गया, इससे मैं सबके कन्वर्जेंस को पता लगा लूंगा. You cannot say about the convergence by using just 1 or 2 tests. So that's why we have to go through with all the tests rigorously. And if I am going to do a particular question with the help of comparison test, it does not mean that this is the only method. There might be more than one way to do the question. And when I will complete this course, then you will see that I will do one question with not only with one method, but in 5 to 6 method also. By 5 to 6 method, one question can be solved. But it's a step-by-step thinking process. So first of all, after going through with the concept of its necessary condition, we will discuss rigorously this comparison test. Thereafter, we will discuss the tests one by one, step by step. And thereafter, when the final conclusion will come in front of you, I will let you to write the working rule. And thereafter, after just seeing the series, you will be able to say, oh, this is convergent or divergent. So this is the way. Okay. So we need all the tests, because 1 or 2 tests is not enough to say about the convergence or divergence. So we need to go through with all the tests rigorously. Now, let's go for the next question. This is the question right here. But do you know, I would like to ask the answer one by one. For option A, I will ask and you have to say true or false. Thank you, Arshala Khan ji, you are welcome. आपके जो भी क्वेश्चन है वो सर आंखों पे, अच्छा सर माथे पे है ना. यस, दिस इज द थिंग. हम लास्ट में देखिएगा ना, सब कुछ कंक्लूड कर देंगे. पूरा का पूरा वर्किंग रूल आपको लिखा देंगे कि कौन सा टेस्ट कब लगाएंगे, किसके फेल होने के बाद क्या करते हैं. वो एक थिंकिंग प्रोसेस है. ठीक है. सो यस, दिस इज द थिंग. अब ये बताइए कि ये जो है कन्वर्जेंट है या नहीं. इज कन्वर्जेंट ट्रू या फॉल्स? ट्रू या फॉल्स? एंड दिस टाइम वेरी quick answers are coming. Vichitranand Mahanji is there, Srinivas Sahuji is there, but what other people says will be really interesting to see. 1 over a into 1 ka square plus b plus 1 over a into 2 ka square plus b plus 1 over a into 3 ka square plus b and so on up till infinity. What would you like to say? What is your an? 2 people are saying it's convergent. But it will be really interesting to see some more responses from your side. Come on guys. Come on guys. Come on, Aman Shukla ji, Shaista, please let me know. Arshala ji. We are waiting for Jalaj ji. We are waiting for your answers. Certainly you can easily see, oh, your an is what? What is your an? And this time Aman Shukla, 1 over a into n square plus b. Can we write like this? Yes, this is the first term. So 1 square is there. This is the second term. So 2a square is there. Third term. So 3a square is there. So 1 over a into n square plus b. And what about your bn? This is certainly 1 over n square. So now this is your an. This is your bn. And limit n tends to infinity. What would you like to say about your an over bn? And it will become what? Limit n tends to infinity. and certainly 1 over a into n square plus b over 1 over n square. Yes, यहां पे हम लोग n square क्यों लिए? क्योंकि we have to take the highest power from the numerator and denominator. So bn is what? 1 over n square. So it will become what? Limit n tends to infinity 1 over a into n square plus b and plus sorry, not plus, into what the thing will be there, n square over 1. So this is what? Limit n tends to infinity n square over n square into what? A plus b over n square. N square to n square cancel. This will go to 0 and we will enjoy with 1 over a, which is neither 0 nor infinity. So that's why the nature of an and bn will be same. And summation bn is what? Summation 1 by n square is convergent. So is summation an. So as summation bn is convergent, so is summation an, because limit n tends to infinity, an over bn is non-zero infinity. So that's why we will not hesitate to say that yes, it's convergent. But now I am going to ask the second option of this question. What would you like to say about it? This is very easy. Summation n from 1 to infinity 1 over 2n minus 1 is convergent, yes or no? What would you like to say about it? क्या यह सीरीज कन्वर्जेंट होगा? yes or no? जल्दी से बोल दीजिए, जल्दी से बोलिए, because sometimes you don't need to do with comparison test. This is your an and this will allow you to say many things, okay? But yes, and this time Vichitranand ji is very quick with the answer. Aman Shukla ji is also there with the right answer. So an is what? For this question your an is what? 1 over 2n minus 1. Your bn will be 1 over n. ओके क्योंकि an 0 पे जा रहा था, है ना, तो bn चूज करना पड़ेगा. And limit n tends to infinity, an over bn will be what? Yes, you are right. Limit n tends to infinity 1 over 2n minus 1 over 1 by n, and it will become limit n tends to infinity n over 2n minus 1. Okay, so this will be fine, and it will become what? Limit n tends to infinity n. So if you will take n as common, then you will get 1 over there, and n as common, then you will get 2 minus 1 over n. So n to n will be cancelled, 1 by n will go to 0, and you will be left with 1 by 2, which is neither 0 nor infinity. So this will allow you to say that the nature of summation bn and the nature of summation an will be same. So as summation bn, which is summation 1 by n, is divergent, so you will not hesitate to say that as summation 1 by n is divergent, so is summation an is divergent as well. Now I am going to ask about the next part of this question, which is really interesting. The C part of this question. What would you like to say? Will that be convergent? Will that be divergent? Is really interesting to see. Summation n from 1 to infinity n plus 1 by 2 to the power minus 2 is convergent. What would you like to say? Will it be true? Will it be false? It is really interesting to see what the people are saying. Is it convergent? Will it be convergent? Will it be convergent? What the people are saying? Come on, guys. And this time, Vichitranand Manji once again very quick. What other people says? What other people says? This is your an. And yes, Aman Shukla ji, absolutely. This is your an. Nobody will hesitate to say that this is n plus 1 by 2 to the power 2. Yes, Vichitranand ji. People will choose bn as 1 over n square, and they will not hesitate to take limit n tends to infinity an over bn as limit n tends to infinity an is what? 1 over n plus 1 by 2 whole square, and 1 over n square. So certainly this is what? Limit n tends to infinity, n square over, if you will take n square as common, then nobody will stop you to say 1 over 2n will be the things right there. And that's why n square to n square will be cancelled. This will go to 0 and it will become what? 1, which is neither 0 nor infinity. Therefore, the nature of summation bn is same as the nature of summation an. As summation bn is convergent, therefore summation an is convergent as well. Okay, so that's why option C is convergent. Yes, it was convergent. Now the option D was given. Okay, so yes, option D was what? You have to say about it. हाँ, कह सकते थे यहां पे समेशन k फ्रॉम 1 से इंफिनिटी k प्लस 1 ओवर k इंटू 2k माइनस 1. ठीक है, ये जो है, व्हाट वुड यू लाइक टू से अबाउट इट? इज इट कन्वर्जेंट? यस और नो? आई एम आस्किंग टू यू, इज इट कन्वर्जेंट? ओहो विचित्रनंद जी, वंस अगेन वेरी क्विक दिस टाइम, वेरी क्विक दिस टाइम, बट व्हाट अदर पीपल सेज? देखिए ये जो क्राइटेरिया है, ठीक है, बहुत ही अच्छा क्राइटेरिया है, लिमिट n टेंड्स टू इंफिनिटी an बाई bn का यूज करके. ठीक है, बाकी आप कंपैरिजन, डायरेक्ट कंपैरिजन से भी कह सकते हैं अगर सिंपल चीजें हैं तो. अब यहां पे जल्दी से बताइए, क्या यह कन्वर्जेंट है या डाइवर्जेंट? विल इट बी कन्वर्जेंट, यस और नो? अब विचित्रनंद जी इज वेरी क्विक in this regard. So first of all, if you would like to write your an, then how shall you write that? An will be what? N plus 1 over n into 2n minus 1. This will be your an, isn't it? Yes. And what will be your bn? What will be your bn? Yes, Deepak ji, you are welcome. है ना? What will be your bn right there? है ना? ये हो जाएगा 1 बाई एन, क्योंकि न्यूमरेटर से n लेंगे, नीचे से हाईएस्ट पावर n स्क्वायर आ रहा है, तो bn हम लोग क्या चूज करेंगे? 1 बाई एन. सो इन दैट केस लिमिट n टेंड्स टू इंफिनिटी an over bn, व्हाट द थिंग विल हैपन? ओके, सो लिमिट n टेंड्स टू इंफिनिटी an इज व्हाट? यस, व्हाट इज योर an? योर an इज n plus 1 over n into 2n minus 1 over 1 over n. Okay, so finally what are the things you are going to get? You will put this n over there in the numerator, and this will allow you to say limit n tends to infinity n square into 1 plus 1 by n and over n square into 2 minus 1 by n, right? N square to n square will be cancelled and you will get 1 by 2, which is neither 0 nor infinity. Therefore the nature of bn, summation bn, will be same as the nature of summation an. Summation bn is divergent. This implies summation an is also divergent. Summation an is also divergent. ठीक है, तो इसीलिए इस क्वेश्चन का फाइनल आंसर क्या हो गया? ए और सी. अब जो लास्ट क्वेश्चन है, लास्ट क्वेश्चन, आई थिंक यू पीपल हैव रिटन ऑल दीज थिंग्स. ठीक है, जो लास्ट क्वेश्चन है, मेनी पीज आर ओवर देयर, है ना, बहुत सारे पी हैं, तो कुछ पी के लिए वो कन्वर्जेंट होंगे, कुछ पी के लिए डाइवर्जेंट होंगे. सो दैट्स द रीजन वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस एवरीथिंग, है ना, ऑप्शन बाय ऑप्शन. इन दिस क्वेश्चन यू कैन सी P is over there. So for some P it may be convergent, for some P it may be divergent, है ना. So that's why I am going to ask the question one by one. So I am going to ask the question like this: summation 1 over an plus p, an plus b to the power p is convergent for all p. Will it be correct? Yes or no? क्या ये हर एक p के लिए कन्वर्जेंट होगा? Yes or no? है ना, you have to say strongly yes or no. Your an is what? 1 over an plus p, an plus b, sorry. Your an is what? an plus b to the power p. ओके, यस, अमन शुक्ला जी, श्रीनिवास साहू जी, विचित्र नंद जी, very fresh answer by विचित्र नंद जी. And bn will be what? 1 over n to the power p. यही तरीका होता है चूज करने का. an चूज करते हैं, bn क्या हो जाएगा? 1 over n to the power p, because you have to take the highest power of n from numerator and denominator. So this will be the thing. So now limit n tends to infinity, an over bn will be what? Yes, it will become limit n tends to infinity, an will be what? 1 over an plus b to the power p over 1 over n to the power p. ठीक है? So finally what are the things we are going to get? Limit n tends to infinity, n to the power p over, this will become what? N to the power p as common, it will become a plus b over n to the power p. Am I right? N to the power p to n to the power p will be cancelled and you people will be left with what? आप किस चीज के साथ छोड़ दिए जाओगे? लिमिट n tends to infinity है. So as n tends to infinity, so this will go to 0 and your final thing will be what? A 1 over a to the power p. So this will be the final thing. Okay, which is really non-zero, non-infinity. So the nature of summation an and summation bn will be same. So you people also know that this is your summation bn and summation bn is what? Summation 1 over n ka power p is convergent for p strictly greater than 1 and so is summation an. ठीक है, यहाँ पे p स्ट्रिक्टली ग्रेटर देन 1 के लिए ये आपका कन्वर्जेंट है, तो समेशन an जो है ये भी p स्ट्रिक्टली ग्रेटर देन 1 के लिए ही कन्वर्जेंट होगा और p लेस देन और इक्वल टू 1 के लिए क्या होगा? डाइवर्जेंट होगा. तो यहाँ पे फॉर ऑल p के लिए कन्वर्जेंट नहीं होगा बल्कि यह कन्वर्जेंट होगा सिर्फ और सिर्फ p स्ट्रिक्टली ग्रेटर देन 1 के लिए. सो नाउ दिस इज फाइन. तो ऑप्शन ए के लिए यही कंक्लूजन है. अगर यहाँ पे ऑप्शन ए में p स्ट्रिक्टली ग्रेटर देन 1 है तो ये सही है. अब ऑप्शन बी में भी कुछ कंडीशंस है, ठीक है. तो अब यहाँ पे जो है ऑप्शन बी हमने क्या लिया हुआ है वो देखिए. ऑप्शन बी में था जो सीरीज वो क्या था? समेशन 1 ओवर n का पावर p इंटू n प्लस 1 टू द पावर p. ठीक है, इज कन्वर्जेंट फॉर p strictly greater than 1 only. Okay, is this true or false? What would you like to say? यहां पे p strictly greater than 1 के लिए ही कन्वर्जेंट होगा क्या ये? जलद जी, बाकी लोग ध्यान से जवाब दीजिएगा इसका. यू हैव टू बी वेरी केयरफुल टू से एनीथिंग. है ना? कुछ छूट तो नहीं रहा है. ये ट्रू है या फॉल्स है? 1 बाय it is false according to Vichitranand Mahanji. What other people says will be really interesting to see. Srinivas Sahu ji is also saying false, but Aman Shukla ji is also saying false. Okay, so here what the thing is there? An is what? 1 over n to the power p into n plus 1 to the power p is there, right? So what will be your bn? Yes, it will become 1 over n to the power 2p. ठीक है, यहां पे हाईएस्ट पावर ऑफ n 1 है, यहां पे हाईएस्ट पावर ऑफ n ये है. ठीक है, so we will choose our bn like this and limit n tends to infinity, an over bn will be what? Yes, you people are absolutely right. Limit n tends to infinity, an will be what? 1 over n to the power p into n plus 1 to the power p over 1 over n to the power 2p. Okay, so this will become what? Limit n tends to infinity, limit n tends to infinity, it will become n to the power 2p over, this is what? n to the power 2p you will take as common, then it will become 1 plus 1 by n to the power p only, है ना. n का power p इधर से भी निकाल लिया. This two will be cancelled, and finally when your n tends to infinity this will go to 0, and finally you are going to get what, 1, which is neither 0 nor infinity. तो यहां पे समेशन बी एन का नेचर एंड समेशन ए एन का नेचर सेम होगा. समेशन बी एन इज व्हाट, समेशन 1 ओवर एन टू द पावर 2p is convergent if and only if your 2p is strictly greater than 1. So your p is strictly greater than 1 by 2. तो अगर कोई पूछे कि p स्ट्रिक्टली ग्रेटर देन 1 के लिए कन्वर्जेंट है, तो बात सही है कि कन्वर्जेंट है, लेकिन ओनली लिख देने के बाद क्या हो गया कि 1 by 2 से 1 वाला जो p था वो छूट गया. ठीक है, तो ये कन्वर्जेंट है फॉर p स्ट्रिक्टली ग्रेटर देन हाफ के लिए. नाउ दिस इज परफेक्ट. ठीक है, हमने p अगर p हाफ से अगर ग्रेटर है तब ये कन्वर्जेंट है, तो 1 से ग्रेटर होगा तब भी ये कन्वर्जेंट होगा, लेकिन ओनली शब्द लिखा हुआ था वहां पे, तो 1 by 2 से 1 के बीच का p छूट रहा था, तो इसीलिए उस समय इसको फॉल्स कहे थे. बट p स्ट्रिक्टली ग्रेटर देन हाफ है तो ये कन्वर्जेंट होगा. सो यस, if p is strictly greater than half then certainly it will be convergent. Now for option C, what would you like to say? What would you like to say about option C? What the thing is given? Okay, p and q are positive integers. Let me ask you and thereafter we'll discuss it. Okay, the question is what? P and q are positive integers. If p and q are positive integers, अगर p और q जो है ये positive integers है, then you have to say about this series 2 to the power p over 1 to the power q plus 3 to the power p over 2 to the power q. ओह क्या यार, over 2 to the power q plus 4 to the power p over 3 to the power q, and by doing so up till infinity. Okay, what would you like to say is convergent? ये कन्वर्जेंट होगा if your q is greater than p. क्या ये q greater than p के लिए कन्वर्जेंट होगा? yes or no? विचित्र नंद जी is very quick in this regard, but what other people says, yes or no? p and q are positive integers, so 2 का पावर p over 1 का पावर q plus 3 का पावर p over 2 का पावर q, for which case it will be convergent. What would you like to say about it? Your an will be what? an will be n plus 1 का पावर p over n का पावर q. ठीक है, and in that case what shall you take your bn? bn क्या लेंगे भैया? तो ये n का पावर p ऊपर से और n का पावर q नीचे से लेना पड़ेगा कि नहीं? यस जलद जी, ठीक है. सो दिस इज योर bn. So actually your bn is what? 1 over n to the power q minus p. And when you will find what? Limit n tends to infinity an over bn, then in that case it will become what? Limit n tends to infinity an is what? an is what? Yes, n plus 1 to the power p over n to the power q into what? n to the power q minus p will be there, क्योंकि an by bn करेंगे then this will go up. Okay, so finally what the things we are going to get? nq से nq कैंसिल हो जाएगा, क्योंकि इसको लिख लो nq by np लिख लो. ठीक है, इसको nq माइनस p को nq by np तो लिख ही सकते हो, है ना. इससे ये कैंसिल and limit n tends to infinity. All right, n to the power p will be taken as common. n to the power p जो है ये आपका क्या आ जाएगा? कॉमन आ जाएगा. and in that case you are going to get 1 plus 1 by n to the power p over n to the power p. This 2 will be cancelled and this will become 1, which is neither 0 nor infinity. ठीक है, ये ना ही 0 ना ही infinity. So nature of summation bn and summation an converge or diverge together, है ना, from comparison test. So nature of summation bn will be what? Summation bn का nature क्या होगा? So certainly summation 1 over n का power q minus p is convergent if q minus p is strictly greater than 1. It means q is strictly greater than p plus 1. So this will be the case. ठीक है, तो समेशन बी एन कब कन्वर्ज हो रहा है? जब q स्ट्रिक्टली ग्रेटर देन p प्लस 1 है. तो आपका ये जो सीरीज है ये आपका कब कन्वर्ज होगा? जब q स्ट्रिक्टली ग्रेटर देन p प्लस 1 होगा. ठीक है, अब जो लास्ट आपका एक सीरीज यहां पे बच रहा है, ठीक है, यहां पे सिर्फ q ग्रेटर देन p लिखा है. सो दिस इज रॉन्ग. ठीक है, लास्ट इज व्हाट? दिस वन, डी. अब डी के बारे में यहां पे हम पूछेंगे. ठीक है, सो व्हाट इज योर ऑप्शन नंबर डी? व्हाट द सीरीज इज गिवन इन ऑप्शन नंबर डी. कल हम कुछ और नए टेस्ट के साथ यहां पे आएंगे, है ना. उसका पूरा रूपरेखा हम अपने टेलीग्राम चैनल पे आपको भेज देंगे. 2 का स्क्वायर ओवर 3 का क्यूब एंड प्लस 3 का क्यूब ओवर 4 का पावर 4. ठीक है, एंड 4 का पावर 4 ओवर 5 का पावर 5. एंड बाय डूइंग सो क्या यह कन्वर्जेंट है? येस और नो? इज इट कन्वर्जेंट? येस और नो? कम ऑन, दिस इज द लास्ट क्वेश्चन ऑफ दिस इवनिंग. व्हाट वुड यू लाइक टू से? विल इट बी कन्वर्जेंट और नॉट? Will it be convergent? Yes or no? I'm waiting for your response. Srinivas Sahuji is saying no, but what other people says? क्या ये convergent होगा? Will it be a convergent series? What is your an? Your an is what? N to the power n over n plus 1 to the power n plus 1. ठीक है, क्या है? n की पावर n ओवर n प्लस 1 की पावर n प्लस 1. ठीक है जलद जी. So now you will take your bn as how? n की पावर n over n की पावर n plus 1. So it will become 1 over n. ठीक है, bn ये चूज करेंगे ऐसे. So limit n tends to infinity, an over bn will be what? Yes, you people are right. n की पावर n over n plus 1 की पावर n plus 1 over 1 over n. Yes. So finally, what the things you are going to get? Limit n tends to infinity. This n will go up over here in the numerator and it will become n to the power n plus 1 over n plus 1 to the power n plus 1. Isn't it? Yes. So you can rewrite it as how? You can rewrite it as 1 over limit n tends to infinity, certainly n plus 1 over n की पावर n plus 1 लिख सकते हैं कि नहीं? बिल्कुल. ठीक है, इसको भी पलट दिया और फिर रेसिप्रोकल ले लिया. ठीक है, सो फ्रॉम हेयर व्हाट कैन यू डू? लिमिट 1 ओवर लिमिट n टेंस टू इंफिनिटी, ये हो जाएगी 1 प्लस 1 बाई n की पावर n इंटू 1 प्लस 1 बाई n, बिकॉज n प्लस 1 वॉज देयर. सो ये पावर में n और यहां पे पावर में 1. So as n tends to infinity, this will go to 0, but this will give you what? E. So finally you are going to get 1 over E, है ना, which is neither 0 nor infinity. यह ना ही जीरो है ना ही इंफिनिटी है, तो कंपैरिजन टेस्ट से क्या हो जाएगा, द नेचर ऑफ समेशन बी एन, ये क्या है, तो डाइवर्जेंट है, तो बाय कंपैरिजन टेस्ट क्या हो जाएगा, समेशन ए एन भी क्या हो जाएगा, डाइवर्जेंट। सो दिस इज योर आंसर। ठीक है, तो आज कंपैरिजन टेस्ट हमने डिस्कस कर लिया है। अब नेक्स्ट क्लास में हम कुछ नए टेस्ट्स के साथ अवेलेबल होंगे, जिसमें कि रूट टेस्ट एंड डी आलम्बर्ट रेशियो टेस्ट है। ठीक है, सो इन द नेक्स्ट क्लास वी विल डिस्कस डी आलम्बर्ट्स रेशियो टेस्ट, इसके दो फॉर्म हैं, और साथ ही साथ रूट टेस्ट, ये दोनों टेस्ट हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे। ठीक है, कई बार जब ये टेस्ट फेल कर जाएगा, व्हेन दीज टेस्ट्स विल फेल वी विल कम बैक टू कंपैरिजन टेस्ट समटाइम्स, है ना। तो अब क्या है कि सारे टेस्ट को वन बाय वन, एक के बाद एक, हम जब बहुत अच्छे तरीके से डिस्कस कर लेंगे, समझ जाएंगे, तो चीजें जो है बिल्कुल क्लियर हो जाएंगी। तो कल एक बार फिर से हम मिलते हैं इसी जोशो जुनून के साथ, 1 घंटा का क्लास हो या 50 मिनट का क्लास हो, पूरे ईमानदारी के साथ। ठीक है, आई विल सेंड द सेट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस टू यू, और जैसे ही ये सारे टेस्ट हो जाएंगे, फिर TIFR के, NBHM के, CSIR नेट के सारे क्वेश्चंस हम लेकर के आ जाएंगे, है ना। क्योंकि अब क्या है कि जो क्वेश्चन पूछे जाते हैं सीरीज में, उसमें किसी एक टेस्ट से काम नहीं होता है, उसी के किसी ऑप्शन में DL नंबर लगेगा, किसी भी ऑप्शन में आपका रूट टेस्ट लगेगा, किसी भी ऑप्शन में ऐसा हो सकता है कि कंपैरिजन से हो जाए, किसी में नेसेसरी कंडीशन सेटिस्फाई नहीं करे। ओके, सो ऑल दीज थिंग्स विल बी डिस्कस्ड इन अ प्रॉपर वे। ओके, कामरान रामसे जी, you have also come, so thank you very much all of you for coming over here. ओके, तो अपना जो टेलीग्राम चैनल है PK Maths पंकज 13, ठीक है, इसको आप कम्युनिटी सेक्शन में जाएंगे तो आपको मिल जाएगा उसका लिंक। कम्युनिटी जो होता है ना, कम्युनिटी सेक्शन, उसमें जाएंगे तो आपको लिंक मिल जाएगा, उस पर क्लिक करके निश्चित तौर पे आप जुड़ जाएं टेलीग्राम पे, जिसमें हम पहले ही PDF भेज देते हैं वर्किंग रूल का और क्वेश्चन का। आप खुद से ट्राई कीजिए, फिर लाइव क्लास में मिला लीजिए, है ना। अपना हाथ पैर अगर चलता रहेगा वही काम आता है ना। सब कुछ अगर हम आपको, मतलब जो भी चीजें, ये काफी है, दिस इज द बेस्ट वे, है ना। So thank you very much all of you for coming. I would also like to say that please share these sessions to the needy. I will speak in both English and Hindi medium, so there will be no problem to anyone from North to South India and all over the world. Okay, so we'll see you in the next class. Till then, take care. I would like to say thank you very much all of you for coming. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.